Hello, I'm David Edwards. I'm an anaesthetics CT1 in the Derbyshire hub of the East Midlands School of Anaesthesia. Today I'll be discussing HALOs and CCC forms on the lifelong learning platform. So HALOs are holistic assessment of learning outcomes, which are the forms used to demonstrate that the evidence that the trainee has collected on their LLP to reflect that they've achieved the required learning outcomes for a curriculum domain, leading to have it signed off. Essentially, the HALOs are considered the summative assessment for each domain in the 2021 curriculum. So to initiate them, we need to enter the review of curriculum from the dashboard under the Progress tab. And we will then be able to generate HALO forms for domains where we've linked at least one piece of evidence. So we're going to scroll down to the general anaesthesia learning domain, and we can see here it's yellow because it's got a couple of pieces of evidence already linked to it, and it will then give us the create HALO option. Whereas if we look at regional anaesthesia here, it's all in red, it's not got any evidence attached to it, and therefore we can't create a HALO. And it's useful to trainers if you create a HALO as early as possible, so once you've linked at least one piece of evidence, because that then allows trainers to be able to see what evidence is linked to the key capabilities and to review the supervision levels attached. It's just a useful guide to keep track of a trainee's progress. So we'll click on to create a HALO. So firstly, we select the assessor for the HALO. So there should be a designated trainer in your hospital for each clinical domain, and they're responsible for signing off that HALO for all of the trainees in the department, and therefore you should select them as the assessor. For generic professional domains, these are likely to be signed off by your educational or clinical supervisor, so you should discuss who that will be with them. We're going to just select our generic East Midlands trainer. Below the assessor section, we have the summary of the learning domain, which gives all of the suggested evidence for HALO sign-off, broken down by each key capability. And after this, we've then got the breakdown of the key capabilities and the evidence linked to those key capabilities. So here, key capabilities A to D, we've got a couple of bits of evidence linked to that, and we can click onto those to go back and have a read of the assessment. We scroll further down. Okay, so we then come to the multiple trainer reports section. So you need to link one MTR to a HALO form and have a discussion with the assessor for the HALO, whether they need or would like an MTR specific to that HALO, or whether they're happy linking to sort of just a generic multiple trainer report for the year. They should be able to let you know. And we can do that by clicking on to choose MTRs, and then we've got a set up MTR here, and we'll just select that and return to assessment. And there we've got an MTR. You know, for example, if you were doing the ICM HALO sign-off, you would also want to link an MTR related to an intensive care placement. So we then come on to the logbook. So as you're completing this with the assessor, you can just click into the review logbook entries, and you can filter the logbook to get the particular cases you want, or you can just scroll down to the list at the bottom, and you can also generate a summary report for your logbook, and that will just depend on what the assessor would like to see. But we will go back to our assessment there. Then just put in the date of the discussion about HALO sign-off, and we'll select today. You've then got a box for putting in optional comments if you wish, and you can summarise your discussion with the assessor there. And finally, in a similar manner to supervised learning events, we've got similar options for sending for approval. So we can send for approval via email link. We can do a quick approval if we've got the assessor there and they'd like to just sign it off there and then. We can just save and return to dashboard. And actually, if you're early in your training and you're just initiating a HALO, this is the option you want and also you can delete it if you wish. So we will just send for approval via email. And we can see here in our donuts that we've now got one halo in progress, which is going to be our general anaesthesia halo. So hopefully that's covered halos on the portfolio. We'll then briefly cover CCC forms. So we'll go into supervised learning events, and then here we have CCC, so capability cluster completion forms. Click onto it. So these forms are used to show that you've achieved a cluster of capabilities within a larger domain. So typically in stage 1 and 3, these might be used to evidence paediatrics and obstetric capabilities, and which contribute to the general anaesthesia domain. And in stage 2, you also need to do CCC forms for neuroanaesthesia and cardiothoracics. Consultants signing off the general anaesthesia domain will usually require completed CCC forms to be completed for each relevant subspecialty beforehand. So we'll put in a title here. We'll just say stage 1 obstetrics. We'll then choose our assessor, as we have done previously. Can put the date of the discussion. And then we'll need to select the stage of training that this CCC form is related to. Say for us, it's going to be stage 1. Key capabilities. So then you need to just specifically select the key capabilities that's relevant to this CCC. So for obstetric anaesthesia, we're going to go in under the general anaesthesia domain. Scroll down and we're going to select this one here, key capabilities Q&R, which covers obstetric anaesthesia. We'll just go back then to the assessment. So this isn't one where you want to be just linking as many key capabilities as possible. You're just selecting the ones that are relevant to the CCC form. As previously, we can summarise any discussion or any comments we'd like to make in the comments box here. It's important to note that for CCC sign-off, you'll need to demonstrate relevant logbook cases, and we can't review our logbook from the CCC form. So you'll be best off downloading a summary report from your logbook and then attaching it as a supporting document, and you can attach anything else that you feel is relevant for the CCC form. And then finally, we have our same options for sending for agreement. In this case, we will just simply send for agreement via email. And now at the bottom under recent activity, we can see our CCC form for stage 1 obstetrics that's been submitted but not yet completed by the trainer. So hopefully that's covered CCC forms. Really hope that's been useful for you. Would really appreciate your feedback on this video series, and you can access that through this QR code here. Thank you very much.